I greet you with peace. I greet you with love. Today is a very special day, and today is the series 3 of Woman is God, Man is a Worshipper. And today we have a wonderful sister and a queen with us also. And we're going to be discussing about what happened when a hungry mother decided to curse her own daughter out of hunger, out of frustration, out of pain. And we will also be talking a little bit about what is a curse and why it's not good to curse, especially your own children, regardless if it's a male or a female. But like I said, in this page, we are focusing more on the feminine energy. So we are going to be always channeling the message towards that direction. Yes. So I'm trying to invite our guests. Please help us share it. Share the video. Invite friends and family. I'm trying to do exactly the same thing now. It's very important for we to create awareness in these issues, because so many people always make these mistakes. Not everyone really understands that their ways is a spare. Not everyone really know these things. So our patience, I'm trying to share it and invite also friends and family, of course. We are a little bit delayed. I think more than 1 hour delay now, but we are here. So please help us share it. Help us share it with everyone. I'm trying to do exactly the same thing here. And don't also forget to like our page. If you have already liked it, please do help us to invite your friends also. Help us to invite your friends and family. Please, if you are there, Ivy, please write a comment. Good evening, Kwaika, nice to see you. Please, if you are there, write a comment so I can bring you on board. I'm just trying to share the message round. Oh, good evening, gracias. How are you today? Please share with everyone. Invite people. Now I can see you. Let me just try to bring you on board straight away. Good to see you today. Same year like always. Good evening, Kabuta. Kabuta, please share it while you are with us. Please share it.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. From here, I know to you it's the morning. Good evening from here. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
We are doing so great, and I really hope our network will be very much nicer today. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to share it with friends and family. Maybe you can do the same. So that can also help our audience and help us
Mm-hmm.
carry people along. These are soul food we need to be sharing more and more. Always looking good with lovely smile. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Today I have been so busy. I won't see myself stressed out, but at the same time I still feel fine. I just
Mm-hmm.
need to sleep more. Just need to sleep
Oh,
more.
tell me about it.
Yeah. I know for you it's also not easy, especially with your little baby. So I can
Yeah.
imagine.
And the homeschooling. But luckily I have a lot of support with my family, so
Oh, good for you. Congratulations.
thank you.
Congratulations. I'm trying to invite some friends and family. Please, if you are here, you can also
Okay.
share it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. And like I said, I'm kind of slow. I'm not really familiar. I think I did share, did I? Let's see.
Now that's wonderful. It's not just you, I'm even talking to the audience. Yeah.
Okay, but okay. I don't know. I think I did.
I always like
Oh
sharing
well.
it on my on my messengers. A lot of people always tell me, please always let me know when you're on live because we never get your notification. So I'm just trying
Mm-hmm.
to fulfill some promises. But
Mm-hmm.
meanwhile, while I am doing that, please explain to us with your understanding what is a curse? What is a curse to you? What is the meaning of a curse? To curse someone, to really
To cuss as
curse.
in to curse?
Yeah, like like
Ugh.
let's say because the topic of today is what happened when a hungry mother cursed their children. So what is a curse? That spell
Well,
that is being cast. What
yeah,
is
I
it?
feel like it's a word, it's words, and what it is a negative intention. It's something negative towards um whatever you're trying to say. Like a curse word, if it has a negative vibration and it's not of any love, that's what I would consider a curse. And also, wishing something upon someone.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? That like death. That definitely would, in my opinion.
yeah, that's so accurate because it's like a projection of negativity upon someone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Then the level, yeah, though nice to see you. Uh, then as example of that is now some people take it out of just they take it more than just in a vocal form. Some can now even do it as a spell, like casting a spell on someone. That is now of a kind of a different issues. But today we want to focus on why a hungry mother should not curse their own children. So please just express yourself, what you feel, and how you see this to be.
Say that again because you cut out.
Okay. The topic of today is what happened when an angry mother cursed their daughters. That is today's topic.
Okay.
Can
Well,
you elaborate on that, please?
if you don't mind, yeah, based on the topic, I'm a writer and I did write an article based off of a serious thing that happened in Hawaii, right?
Okay.
And it was a really enlightening experience for me because I met an old lady, right? And in Hawaii, it's called paradise, but it ain't cheap, right?
Yeah,
So some stuff had happened with my family, and I had to move out. And I met this lady, and the only reason why I even moved in with her was because I had a dream, and my father told me her name and to go and to move in with her. So I was like, you know what? When source when my ancestors and spirit tell me to do something, I'm gonna do it because it's probably for the greater good, right?
that's right.
So yeah, so what happened was I ended up moving in with her and everything was fine at first. Like, her place looked nice. I don't know if you guys know about the prices in Hawaii, but it's like on average just for a studio apartment would be like $1,300. And we were in a
Okay.
studio and we split it, so it was about like we both were paying 600. And I slowly started noticing that she never ate, and all she would do was
Mm,
drink, and she was very lonely. If I ever wanted to go out with a friend, she'd be like, oh, bring him over here with me, like. And I felt kind of bad because I knew she needed somebody, right? So
mm-hmm.
but it turns out at nighttime, that nice place, when they say the freaks come out at night, it was nothing but like roaches and infestments and like it was terrible. So I couldn't. I ended up meeting a preacher off of Craigslist who allowed me to stay at his place to kind of give me a break from all of that. And I'm not even gonna get deep in what happened with that, but I really did appreciate it. But before I
Okay.
left, I prayed and I
Mm,
said, Dear Source, because I don't rely on my own knowledge when I do my prayers, right? I said, Dear Source, please give this woman peace in the best way that is possible for her, right?
okay.
That is what I would say is the opposite of a curse,
Mm,
right? Because it's an intention of something that's going to benefit her positively, right?
mm-hmm.
The next
Mm-hmm.
day, when I came back from the preacher's house, I found her on the lanai, dead, next to the picture of her husband with blood coming out of her mouth and feces on the ground. And it just shows that's one part of the story where I feel like words are so powerful and you have to be really careful how you say it. And another thing, before that happened, she introduced me to her mother, who also has a drinking problem. So it's like this generational issue that they had or whatever, or intergenerational issues that they were going through. But they were arguing and she had an issue. Remember I told you she never ate and she's always drinking, right? There are many times that she did fall and hit her head, but this one particular time at her mother's house, before she even hit her head,
Mm-hmm.
the mother made a comment and said, I hope you fall down. I hope you fall down and die. And then within 3 minutes, I kid you not, she fell down, hit the ground, and she didn't get up for a little bit. And we thought she was dead. The mother, she was freaking out. She was so scared. She was in a state of shock. So I had to make the decision for her to go ahead and call the ambulance. And by the time the ambulance came, she gained her consciousness back, right? And she denied assistance. And you know how it is. If you can't take somebody in the hospital against their free will. But my point is, I don't feel like it was a coincidence that she fell down immediately, and hit her head right after her mom said exactly that, which would be the definition of a curse.
That's right. That's right. That's right. What a lot
Yeah.
of what a lot of humans don't know is words are vibrations that carry frequency of the energies you possess at that moment. So when you speak out of anger or out of frustration, especially to your own child as a mother, which is always connected to you, because a child is never disconnected from the day of birth. That's what people need to really understand. So as a mother, when you speak out of anger and proclaim and pronounce those words on that child, is going deep into their consciousness, is creating like an aura around them. And that's exactly what happened to that your friend, to that person that really fell down after the mother said, because words are vibrations and they create.
Definitely.
So when we speak, we are casting spells. So that's why it's always very wise and important to speak positive. That's why I love doing affirmations, positive affirmations, because when you speak it out, you are creating it like that. So, as a mother, regardless whatever your child will do to you, regardless their attitude, just casting that spell on them is something you must be conscious of what you are doing. And really knowing
Mm-hmm.
this is very, very important. It's very, very important. It's very,
Yeah.
very important.
You know, and I feel like, honestly, even though it turned out to be it was like a beautiful tragedy, because you know she was already at that point where I knew she was ready to go. And I felt like, my name is Angelica, and I give messages to people, and I feel like I'm that mediator between realms. Because after I prayed, and I came back, and she was dead. And guess what? Remember when I mentioned that the only reason why I went there was because my father said her name and to go there, right?
Yes.
Turns out they both were in the Gulf War, and she was a hostage in a plane in Kuwait. And I forget which plane it was, but most of the people, they were like doctors. They were very, very successful people. Any of the people who made it out of that, a lot of them developed, like, alcoholic, tendencies, or, because that's
Mm,
what happens when you go through traumatic things. You know what I'm saying? So, it was like a divine calling. And, some advice that I want to give to people in general, like, even when things get tough, because I was pregnant while I was going through this, and I was just like, Dad, why are you putting me through all this crap, Dad? No, no, no. But then I realized your ancestors are not going to give you anything that you can't handle. And it was for the greater good. It's a possibility that, he knew her, and needed to use me as a vessel to go ahead and
mm,
help her become free.
mm, mm. It's beautiful how you could be able to later connect the dots, because every information from the ancestors, it's something that really needs to be followed, because that energy was this stuck between her and your dad, and that needed to really be solved, to really be dissolved, and you had a role to play there. And I'm really happy you could follow that energy. But what I really like to point out is this: if words are spells, why can't mothers of today always use positive words on their children? In they're saying to her today is what she's becoming tomorrow. Let's say, for example, because you are angry with a father and you curse
Close the door, please.
you curse the child just because you are angry with their father, which have absolutely nothing to do with the child. So why do you feel, or what do you think that makes so many women today don't know the right words to use at the right time? Why do you think it's so much like that today?
Like why they're not able to, use the correct words in order to manifest what they want?
Yes, why they can't use the positive words for their children? Why are people so quick
Well,
to
number
use
one,
negative
let's think
words?
about it. We were
Okay?
placed in an environment, and a language was forced upon us.
Facts.
And this language has so many, like I notice when I do my spell work, because I'm a poet, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I merge my poetry with what I want to create, because I understand predictive programming. I understand that, when people watch the news enough, all those words, avalanche, stock crash, all that they're using our creative abilities to turn that into a reality.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that a lot of women have a problem with manifesting, because they don't understand that the English language was is not it's actually a very diluted language than
It's not
originally
even a
what our
language.
original.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. No, like, something, but the other word, no, the answer, no, it's those homophones, they cancel each other out. So when I'm writing my spells, I'm like, you know what, let me not even write this, because it just took away the energy of what I was trying to present within my my poem.
That is so beautiful, because why? The English language that was forced upon, let me just say, humanity, because if you observe, they try their best to make it a kind of like a general language for humans. And one of the reasons is because the language carries a very weak, low energy. The language don't really connect you to what your soul is expressing. The language is just on a surface base. It's like brr, brr, brr. So,
Mm-hmm.
and for we as a humans to be able to go around this trap, because it is a trap. It is a trap. And
It is.
the, and the intention is to get us stuck in this dimension, in this matrix, in this so-called reality that is being created. And if we
Mm-hmm.
keep on using those type of words from English language and eating those type of general food and thinking and viewing from paradigm from those type of general knowledge base, then it
Mm-hmm.
make us become smaller comparing to what we originally are. So if
Yeah.
you like my language, for example, Edo language is an ancient language, and
Oh.
Edo language is idiomatic. It's an idiomatic language. And when you speak it,
Dogon or Dogon?
it's not Dogon, but it's kind of coming from the same frequency from the Dogons. I am from the
Oh,
ancient
okay.
city of
Okay.
ancient kingdom of Benin. Yes. So what I'm trying to point out is when you are expressing yourself with this type of ancient language, it connects you with what you are expressing. You express it in a kind of idiomatic nature, and that already connects, help your soul to also express herself at that same time. Just by, if you tell somebody, Iwemewe, like, I cherish and adore your essence, it's different
Yeah.
from when you say, I love you. It's two different vibrations because you can say, I love you. Then we have to now discuss what is love. But Edo language already, the way it is already is, I adore and accept your divine essence. Just in one word, Iwemewe. It means it already helps the speaker to express a deep self-emotional expression. So when I don't love you and I'm saying it, you see it because the melody flows with the energy you carry. So it's very difficult to use that type of language now to deceive a woman, for example, because she can just
I
tell
agree.
straight away that this is not what you are trying to say. Because why? The language gives that space for that transparency, for that expression. But other ancient languages have the same thing anyway. But when you come to these new age languages like English, all these new age languages, your expression becomes so limited. One, then because the words are borrowed words, because don't forget English is coming from the Latin, from the Greek, and from the Spanish,
Yeah, from
and
pretty
some
much
part of
everything. You know how they
Arabic
take
also.
everything.
Yeah, so it's a borrowed language. So when you are using
Uh,
that type of language to speak to your child, you will be casting spells on your own children without you even becoming conscious, without even
yes.
becoming conscious of what you are really doing at that moment. So that is why when it comes to cursing your children, it's people have to understand that it is deeper than just you saying it because you get angry.
Mhm.
What you are saying to her today, that 7 years old girl, what you are saying to her today, at when she's at 40 years, those words will still be what will create a reality. Those words will still be what will be shaping her until she's not able to kind of, let's say, find herself and be able to really recleanse herself and break out from that cycle. So
Exactly.
when we talk about a curse, it's something that people need to become more and more conscious of. People have to become more and more conscious of. Sorry, someone is trying to call me, but I'm on live now. Cannot really speak.
Yeah, and I actually want to pull up. I kind of did a lot of research on the etymology of the English language, and I found a lot of things. Like, for example, I didn't know this, but the word thesaurus actually means lizard god. And I'm trying to pull it up right now so I can share it with you if that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You're free to share it all. To share it.
Okay.
It's an open conversation, so open dialogue. While you do that, let me read the comments. Because someone wrote me yesterday and said, you never read my comments. He said, this is why those of us in diaspora that have been disconnected from the indigenous language should learn. I'm not sorry, I'm not seeing that side is so white. You have to miss your knowledge. Okay, I think what she's saying is those in diaspora, it's time to be learning ancient languages to help them be reconnected back to their resource, to help them be reconnected back to their divine essence. I may play one nice message and I will explain it. This is in Edo language. It's also speaking more about like why it's not nice to curse your child. And a very incredible person sent it to me some days ago. And when I saw it, I was just like, wow, this is exactly what we're talking about today.
Ukido wedo aigobioko. Ukido wedo aigobioko. Ukido wedo aigobioko. Ukido wedo aigobioko. 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 I go yoko, I go yoko, I go yoko, I go yoko, I go yoko. Ukido wedo, I go yoko. Ukido wedo, I go yoko. Ukido wedo, I go yoko.
It's a very short message, and what the message is really saying is the son or the child of a woman needs to be protected. That's why we have the sun. That's why we have the moon. These creatures are there to serve us. And as a parent, when you now have a child, it is also your duty to protect these children. It is also your duty to make sure that everything you do with them is not just by giving them food or buying them toys. That is okay. But the type of words you use to speak with them, the type of words you use to have conversation with them, it's very, very important and it matters a lot because most of the reasons you have chaos today in the society, especially in the cycle, because this page we are focusing more on the feminine energy. Why so many women are so broken today is right from childhood, they have always suffered this constant torments, this constant blow, this constant words that was always used on them that have created the reality they have today. So many mothers don't know how to cuddle their child and speak nice words with their children. So many mothers don't know how to take their child and really put them on a very high esteem position. A lot of people are quick to tell their children, no, you can't do it. No, you are not supposed to do it. No, you are not good enough to do it. No, you are not looking good. Those words now are spells. And as a child, when they keep feeding on those words, what you are doing to that child is you are breaking and making her becoming so small. And when she's growing tomorrow, she will always hear those voices in her head. I can't do this. I'm not enough. I am not beautiful enough. I can't satisfy. I can't have it. So can't becomes now like a wall you are building around the children. Even if your child want to take something that you know she's not supposed to take, you have to look for a very better manner to express it to her. You have to look for a very better way to make her understand the reason why she should not play with that thing. Don't just scream on her and say, don't do it. You scared her. You build a wall for her. At that moment, you may not understand what you do. But what happened at that moment is you just cast spell on her. And tomorrow, when she's growing, she will grow with that type of energy and always be scared to reach and go over what she believes to be her limits. So many people today, so many women, they are in a marriage, and the marriage is so toxic to them. They know very well this is a toxic marriage. They know very well they cannot go further with this marriage, but because they have always been bombarded and tortured with those type of words that no, you cannot, no, you cannot, you are not strong enough, you are not powerful enough. That makes them always remember subconsciously that, oh, yes, this marriage is toxic. Yes, this man is very abusive. Yes, this boss don't respect me. Yes, this my friend is so disrespectful, but I cannot let them go. I cannot be free from this. I cannot liberate myself because right from childhood, she have always been bombarded by those words. She has always, that wall has always been built around her. Then it's also like a beauty. Some women today, they don't believe they are beautiful because while they were growing up, their mother never tell them how beautiful they are. They never hear from their mother or their father how beautiful and special they are, how incredible and magnificent they are. When I explain the name of my daughter to my daughter, the mother always look at me like, okay. And right now, she's not even up to 4 years. She already taking on that name. When you call her in the street now, she will tell you, I am a goddess. I am a princess. She'll carry already that high self-esteem even while she's not even 4 years old. How was she able to learn that? It's because I gave her a special name of a queen, of a goddess. And I always let her know how special she is, how beautiful she is, how powerful she is, and how nothing can ever limit her. And now she's not even up to 4 years, she already see herself like that. Whenever we go to shop now to buy clothes or anything, she need a cloth for a goddess. She need a shoe for a goddess. She needs something that is different from what other children normally will just pick. That self-esteem is not something you build later. It's something you start teaching that child right from that zero age. When you can lay that foundation for them, from 10 years, from 7 years, they are set for life. But if at childhood, all you can do is you hate on your children, you curse on your children. Some women are like that. Maybe she wants to have fun with her friends, and the daughter is crying. Then she projects now the anger on her daughter. She projects now her frustration on her daughter. She projects now a disappointment, a heartbroken, a damaged nature. She projects it now on the daughter as if the innocent child is the cause of all these things. But many people do it unconsciously, not because they don't love their child. They love their child, but they just do it because they don't know. And that is why We are here today to create more and more awareness on this. So how do you feel or believe we can really give women this basic knowledge for them to really understand what it means to be positive to their own children? How do you how can you advise women about this? Can you hear me?
Oh, are you asking me, or was it one of the people on?
Yeah, I'm asking you because you are there. I'm
Oh,
asking
no, no,
you.
I didn't know if you had somebody else on there, but how
No, it's
I
just me and you here.
basically for them as me, because I'm a rebel, right? I'm a rebel, but I'm actually very logical. So if you're going to, yeah, if you're going to basically tell me and discipline me, but it's not making any logical sense, I take it off. I take it authoritative. I think you're being an authoritative individual. And me
Mm-hmm.
being an Aquarius, you know what I mean? We're very rebellious. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just that we're doing that. It's because we don't want we like freedom. And
That's
I'm
right.
open, I get into it with, a lot of authorities. I've gotten to it with the police all the time, and it's usually because of guidelines they're telling me that make absolutely no sense. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I myself can work on how I deal with it, because that generation doesn't understand how to, confront and express in a certain way that's neutral, and not making someone feel offended. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So I just feel like, how to solve that, what we should do is just sit down and talk. If there's any triggers, stop. Let's
Mm-hmm.
address what the trigger is. Take a deep breath, you know what I mean, and start over and get to the root, so we can
Mm.
all come to an understanding. Because one of my favorite quotes is, you can no longer get mad at something that you understand.
Mm. I like that. Please, can you say that again? I have to write it down.
Yeah, so, like, one of the basically, you can no longer get upset at something that you understand.
Mm. That's very deep. That's why I wanted to hear it again because, like the famous saying, say it 2 times so I know you mean it. That's why I wanted to hear it
Yeah.
because that's the basic truths. You can't be angry of something you understand. It's
And
just
then,
like
oh yeah, I got another one. I got another one for you. Okay, another favorite quote of mine. You cannot, those who ridicule the new generation forgot who raised it.
mm, mm. You have to say it again also. You have to say it
Those
again.
who ridicule the new generation forget who raised it.
That's facts. That's facts. And that's deep also because a lot of people just
It's deep, right? Because so
mhm,
many so many parents with, the older Piscean authoritative age type mindset, they tend to feel like what they're saying is right, and you need to be obedient, you know what I mean? But they don't understand that their actions actually partakes in what's going on with the new generation.
yeah. Someone wrote a very interesting comment down here. She said, even if you build a self-esteem of a little child, for example, the
Mm-hmm.
world out there is still going to break them down. The world out there is still going to torment them and fight them. And my kind of reply or response to that is this: that is facts, but that should not stop us from building that solid foundation for the child. Because when the child have that basic solid foundation already, then whenever the world beats her, she has something to hold on to. Whenever the world tries to knock her down, she has something to put her back on. But if she already grow up without those self-esteem, without those nice words to guide her, then whenever the world break her down, the first thought she will have is to get the pills and just end it all. Because don't forget,
Yep.
the pains make the pills easier to swallow. That's why you have a lot of painkillers
That hit
today
hard.
on earth. That's why you have a lot of painkillers today on earth. So many people are using different type of pills because they want to run away from the reality. They want to
From their
escape.
problems, and it's not a
They
cure.
want to escape the
It's
problem.
just a band-aid.
But but like as I always tell people, you are not escaping from the problem. You are just hiding because there is no escape. You have to go through it. Fronting your beast is the best way to be safe from the beasts. Because when you front a beast, when you front a beast, then you will not understand the real nature of that beast. That when you always see the beast and just run, and you don't even know if this beast is a friend. A beast can
Yeah.
also be a friend. A beast can be a teacher. So it doesn't mean you saw the beast, you have to run. So really having a dialogue. I always tell people, you don't fight demons. You don't fight demons. What you do with demons is a dialogue. It's a kind of like a settlement. Because when you keep fighting, you will never stop fighting. And there will always be something and something to fight because 80% of your demons are what you created. And this is your own creation. So the easiest way to go around this is to take a pause, at peace with the
You
situation.
know, what you're saying is crazy because I had a vision that correlates with exactly, I'm sorry to cut you off, but exactly what you said. Because I was in the dream, I had a book, right? And there was a demon. And this demon, I had like this entire city, or not a city, but a town, and they were wearing like peasant clothes and everything. But these intruders came and they would put them inside of this well. But I ended up investigating it, and I went inside the well. It turns out it was a temple, and there was some type of demon in it, right? And guess how I defeated it?
Love.
I pulled out a book because
Mm.
I knew how it was created. So just like you were saying, we're the ones that created it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that dream was telling me that, I had to call it out and know every element and composure, and because it all comes down to alchemy. We
Mm-hmm.
know where that comes from. That's our stuff. So,
Yes, of course.
if we created something, we can learn how to do
The
the
reverse.
opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's like
So
it's like a
yeah, thanks for
spell.
that, man. That really helped me figure out that dream. I was always trying to figure out what that was about.
It's like a spell. When you cast a spell and you are conscious of the spell you just cast, then you can always reverse it. Just like now, we are talking about it's not nice for a mother to curse a daughter or a child. As a woman, you know this now, today. Let's say you are knowing it today. Then it's not too late to start reversing it. My grandmother, you know what she always do? When you offend her as a granddaughter or a grandson, instead of she to curse you, she just pray on you with anger. She can, let's say for example, because in Africa we get our ass whooped when we when we do something wrong as a child when growing up then. But what she
Oh
always
no.
do is
In the Philippines, we get beat with rulers.
So what she do is this. Why she want to whoop your house, she will be casting spell, positive spell on you. For example, she can say, you must be a successful man in this life and know what is good and what is not good. She is beating in blessings to you. In the same time, you have so many people, they want to beat that same child in a different family. They can have the same level of anger, but now they are cursing the child. You are so useless. You have nothing good to do for your life, because why? Now they are following just the anger. They are following just the frustration. They are not seeing beyond that, and they are not conscious of their words. I have grown into what I am today before I even understand why she was really doing it like that. And then I never understood that. I just get angry and cry like, oh, she beat me. Yes, of course, she had to whip me. But in between that space of whipping, she was a master of herself. She knows she have, we Edo call it achase. Achase, it means the throat chakra, right? When we speak, the vocal cavity open, and that is where the sound comes out from and everything comes out from. So she knew that whatever she is speaking is coming into reality, is coming into manifestation. So because of that, even if she's angry, she doesn't even have to let that anger take over that self-knowledge of that fact that she creates with her throat. She creates by speaking. And now I am always like, wow, she has been so vast and so deep with this type of knowledge, even all these years ago already. She might not even know how deep that vastness is, but she knew one thing, that what she said comes to reality. And because of that, she must use positive words on her children. Say, yes, what you said is truth, but my previous comments were not contextualizing properly. Yes, I may not see all your comments so well because the way the phone is being flipped, some parts of the comments always show in her own side. So which means when I read your comment to a point, I don't see the rest of it. So I'm sorry if I did not finish reading your comment so well. That's why I don't always read comment, but I just
Oh, and so I found to go ahead and continue the main point of the video we're doing, the live we're doing. I want to go ahead and just go over some examples that I wrote when I got into the deep study of etymology and deciphering the English language, because I feel like this would help a lot of people, to be more conscious on what words to use and where they derive from.
Okay.
So yeah, is it okay if I start? And then after that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and let you go and make sure my son's doing his work and not slacking off.
No problem. Just read it in. It's not so long, right? So you can have time for yourself also.
No, it's just it's a short little thing. It's not long at all.
Okay, then it's good. Then you can read it.
Okay, gotcha. So think about it. What is the first thing we learn in school? Spelling, spells, right? Cursive, curse, right? Think about the word sentence. We learn how to write sentences, right? When you go to jail, don't you get sentenced?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then check this out. Check this out. When a woman is giving birth, what happens? She breaks her water.
Yes.
Birth canal.
Mm-hmm.
The waterway to allow passages of boats is also what that is.
Mm-hmm.
After the baby passes through, just as the boats at the land at the docks, what do we call them? The dock tours, right?
Yes.
And then when we say hello to one each other, you know, a lot of people think that hell is like, you know, this
Mm-hmm.
this evil place this with a whole bunch of fire, but actually
Mm.
it's a Greek name, and it's called Helios, and it means sun, right? So, and sun in Latin, it means it means soul, SOL. And guess what? We have souls, right? Guess what's on the bottom of your shoe?
So.
A soul. You have a
Mm-hmm.
soul on the bottom of your shoe that keeps your foundation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're also called a person. So look
Mm.
at the word person, right? Person, sun, person.
Mm-hmm.
So you are pertaining to the sun,
Facts.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then soldiers. Let's split that word in half. Soldiers, soul dyers.
Mm-hmm. They're killing themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then dice.
Of
What
course.
is the non yeah, dice two plural is gonna be dice, but one is what? Die, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, they really got us. They put a lot of work into creating this curse of the English language. And I feel like the more, especially with this awakening, I don't think it's a coincidence that we're talking right now and everybody's waking up collectively, because we're all definitely connected divinely, that's for sure.
Facts.
We're about to decipher this and break these invisible chains. I can just feel it.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, and one more thing before I let you go. Bless you.
Mm.
If you cut that, if you look at the syllables, it could easily be less you.
Facts. Mm.
I know some people that hate it when somebody says bless you, because they
Mm-hmm.
feel like they're saying be lesser. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just like the word believe. Just like the word believe. It means you're lying to yourself. Be lied to. You're lying to your own self. That's why you don't need to believe. You need to know. There are a lot of
Yeah, because
religion today.
lie is in believe. Yeah.
Yes, it derived from the word belie. Yeah, I so much appreciate what you have expressed, and I also appreciate your time. So I really, really, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. So I can leave you
Thanks
now.
for
So
having me.
you are always welcome. You are always welcome. So I will leave
And
you now.
hopefully I did a lot better than last time. You know, I figured out,
Last time you did better also. This is how it is. This is how it is. Everything is good. Everything is good. We have to not allow the mind to decide. We just have to always be contented with what we can do and accept it the way it is. So you did better last time, you did better now, and you are always better. So we appreciate you and thank you so, so much. Thank you.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. All right. Well, I'll see you next time. And thanks for everybody
Okay.
for watching. Thanks for having me, and much love.
Okay. Bye bye for now.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Take care.
Okay. Take care. Yeah, thank you so much again for really being here. He said, now I can see your comments so nice. He said, the ancient Medu language, that's Medu nature, which is I believe that's what you're talking about, which is the ancient language of the Egyptians, of the Kemens. They are not Egyptians. Language, the word bless is a curse. Exactly. That's what she's also just referred to. Bless you means to be belittle of yourself, to belittle of yourself. But what is so important and the real focus of today's teaching is this: the words you use for your child, for your partner, for your co-workers, for the people who connect with you is very important. It's far, far important than people can ever be able to really understand. Let's say you have a husband and he has some characters that don't really fit your own personality. The words you use to approach that characters determine if that character can ever change or can ever transform. But if all you do is to speak positivity into that is personality, then you will create a new reality, not just for yourself, but for him. It's also like you have a child. Whenever you call that child on phone, she don't pick your call, or he don't pick your call, especially male children. He don't pick your call. But if all you do is, whenever you hold your phone and you start saying, uh, let me call this zombie again and see if I don't even know if he will pick the call, and you dial his number. Trust me, 80% chance he will not pick your call. Because why? Before you have dialed that number, you have sent now a message to him unconsciously that mommy wants to call, don't pick. You might feel later disappointed, like, oh, I just called him again and he did not pick. It's not his fault now. You have created that reality. But if in your beautiful heart you say, oh, today's a nice day, let me speak to my wonderful son, and you dial his number, you have 98% chance of speaking with him. Why? You have sent a signal to his soul, a signal faster than that frequency that the phone is operating on. And that signal gets to him like a kind of a magnet already. So when his phone rings the same time, he just speaks it. Even if he's busy, then he can say, okay, I'll call you later, or whatever. But what you project out is very important. The type of words you use is important. Let's say you want to go and look for a work in a company, and before you leave the house, you already say to yourself, this company, they are very stupid and they are not good people. But let me just go and see if I can get a work there from their useless company. You have just sent a message now. You will really get there. They will not speak with you nicely. And at the end, you will feel disappointed. But you might tell your trickish mind might tell you that you see, you said it before. It's exactly like that. No, it's not exactly like that. Your mind is a trickster. Your mind is an illusionist. So what your mind is doing that moment is to make you continue being stuck in where you are. But if before you go to that company, you can just freely say, oh, I love this company. I want to be a part of this worker and help build this company to the highest level to be. So I am taking my CV to this company and I will become now one of the worker in this company. As you are leaving your house, that message already went ahead for you. So even if they don't have now available space for you, They will take your CV and tell you, don't worry, we will call you. Why? You are projected that. So instead of cursing your child because his father treated you not nice, because of that, whenever you see the child, you feel hunger, you feel hate, not for the child, but for the man who has helped you bring that child. And instead of you now to use love, peace, harmony to do things with that child, all you now do is you hate on the child and curse the child. Look at you. Your stupid father don't know how we take care of this, how we take care of this food. I don't like using those words, so you will just be imagining, you will imagine it. Your stupid father don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. You use all those type of negative words now to address this child. What you are doing that moment now is you are casting a spell on that child and you are reducing her self-esteem. You are reducing her self-esteem. You are not doing anything to the father. You are not doing anything to the man which you believe you are angry with. What you are doing now is you are cursing your own child. You sent your child a message, buy me toilet paper. And your child came back home and he bought a table paper. You should be calmly and simply explain to this child, listen, this is a difference between a toilet paper and a table paper. So please, can you go back to the shop and ask the guy in the grocery shop to change it into a toilet paper? Your child will take it and go there and change it and come back. Everything is fine. No harm is done. Everything is fixed. But if all you do is, oh, you are so stupid, you have no good brains, take this thing back and go and change it, you stupid ass boy. You just cursed your child. You just cast spells on him now. He will really go back and change it and really come back and give to you. You are happy. You are satisfied. But what you don't know is now his stupidity will start growing. His lack of knowledge will start growing because your words now have become now like a seed in his life now. And tomorrow he will be 40 years old. He will still act stupidly because why? You have cursed him. So as a mother, that of a father is also on the feminine energy. So as a mother, the vibration you carry within you, the bond you carry within you and your child, it's something that don't ever stop, regardless the character or the attitude of that child later. It's something that keep on expanding, keep on being there. So even if the child later choose a different direction in life, if it's a direction that completely contradicts what you love or what you believe, find peace with yourself. Don't turn that child now into like an enemy, which you have to always cause or be angry at. Because what you are doing, your hunger and those frustration and those disappointments towards that child is not helping that child, is poisoning more the soul of that child. And more what you hate to see that that child is doing is more and more what that child will keep on doing. So you as the mother, you are the creator, you are the healer, you are the one to position the energical structure of your child. That's one of your first duty as a woman who is God. So You are there to bless this child. You are there to protect this child. And when we say bless and protection, it doesn't really mean by financially or just emotionally. It means the words you use. Speak life into this child. Speak positiveness into this child. Speak good, give this child good affirmations that will help the spirit, that will help the soul of this child to get to where he or her is going. This message will be getting to an end here today. This is the series 3 of Woman is God, Man is a Worshipper. We'll be, like I said, we'll be bringing more and more different random people from different backgrounds, from different cultures, from different ethnicity, from different places around the world to come and really express and share together with the world the secret life of a woman, the secret hidden nature of this divine feminine energy, which has not really been fully exposed to humanity. Yeah. So if you're also watching now and you know you have interest to really express something, inbox me, contact me, and we'll put you on and we'll set a date and time together. We can do this together. So we all work as a partner to help raise this awareness of this sacred feminine energy that more and more is being is being so is being so suppressed. More and more is being so pushed aside. So it's time to break the rock and free her from the spell. Because woman is God. And it's time we let humanity become conscious of this God that they have never really paid close attention to. We cannot look at the present characters of some women on earth and use that to decide that woman is nothing. No, the woman you see today was recreated by a man of yesterday. And that recreation I'm talking about is when you say woman today is just a sex object, it's just a tool, so it's just something for pleasure, you have to know that the men of yesterday breed her to become so. So you can't just blame and say, woman can never be God, look at their character. No, you have to know the society, how deep the miseducation have sink so deep. And now it's time to free the mind and raise that sacred feminine energy again. When we also say feminine, I say it every day, but I keep saying it because when you mean it, you say it so many times, so people know you mean it. When we say feminine energy, it's not just a man or a woman alone. The both carries this. So when we say we are increasing and boosting the feminine energy, what we are saying to you is it's time to let go of those tension and bring in more peace, more love, more harmony, more understanding, more warmness. And that's the feminine energy. It's time to let men know it's okay if you don't have strong muscles and look so strong and hard. You can also just be lovely and peaceful. You can also just be calm. You can also just have harmony with yourself and everything around you. These are feminine energy. So it's time we really exposed also women to the fact that it's okay to be just that little girl. It's okay to be just that shy little girl. Don't let the society make you think, you have to be so, you have to be hard, you have to. No, that's a lie. That's a trap for your soul. Express your beauty. Love yourself. Pay attention to yourself. Admire yourself. Connect with yourself. Gaze at yourself. Embrace your reality and be one with yourself. And know that you are enough. There's nothing more to add. You are perfect already. You're perfect already. So the more you accept all those situations, those frustrations, those disappointments, take it, accept it, and dance it, and then shake it all away. The more now you will be coming to the real reality of self. The more now you will be coming into that oneness with your own self. Don't let the society structure how you think or how you see it. So this woman is God, man is a worshiper. It's a series that will keep on coming. And different people will be coming. Uh, on Sunday, we have already an appointment with a very special person. She's a music therapist and she's a professor of music from Switzerland. And we will also be, although we'll be speaking more Italian, German, and French. That's the language we'll be using more. But I will try to also be translating it in English in case of some audience. I know some people here speak French, Italian, and German, but some people here still don't speak it. So I will try my best to be like more like a translator. Yes. So I will just be asking. It will just be like it cannot be a dialogue because we want people to understand us. So I can be asking her like a question. She explain, and then I translate as explanation so we can carry the audience along. Yes, so we will do that. For today, I wish you all a very beautiful day ahead. I send you all peace. I send you all love. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. But let me read this last comment before I go. From the moment he started speaking, I was like, wow, he is tuned with himself. Oh, thank you. That is nice. Let me just read comments because, uh, yes, and his resume will also grow. Okay, that was like a response to what I said. Mm, no problem. Later, I will like your comments and then it's something to reply, then I will reply. So I thank you all and please always help us to share this page. It's a new page. Help us to share it. We want to grow it organic, organic growth. So share it and let people get to know it. If you're also already a part of the page, then click the invite button. Invite your friends. Invite your friends because this is not my page. This is our page. And this platform is only focused on sacred feminine energy and how to bring the awareness to the whole of humanity. That's what this platform is all about. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much. And we send you peace. Bye bye.